back to my channel. So I thought today I would actually do an updated get to know me video, which I haven't done in such a long time. So I thought I would do another one since I'm doing this challenge and it is a new year and lots of things have happened and have changed over, I guess, the last couple of years of my life. So let's get started. If you guys are new here, my name is Kayla. I'm 25 years old. I turned 25 like 2 weeks ago. I can't believe that I'm halfway through my 20s. For some reason, that is like blowing my mind to think that like I'm 25, like I'm like close to 30, which I know is like an exaggeration, but like I'm 25. Anyways, that makes me a May baby. So I am a Taurus. I am definitely a grounding type of person and I'm definitely stubborn. So Taurus does relate to who I am. Where did I grow up? So I grew up in New York City. I was born and raised there, lived there my whole entire life until I was about 19 years old. I grew up in different places in New York City. So when people ask me where I grew up, I usually just say New York City. But if we answer on a deeper level, I moved around a lot in New York City, but I was born in Staten Island, moved to Queens, moved back to Staten Island, moved to Brooklyn at one point, and then moved back to Staten Island. The only borough I never lived in was the Bronx. And I never lived in Manhattan either, but I did go to school in Manhattan. So a lot of my high school years was spent in Manhattan. So with that being said, I am in a different state. I no longer live in New York City, although I do miss it, but I am a New York City girl. So I grew up in New York City, and then I went to SUNY Plattsburgh for college. So I was up there in Plattsburgh for some time, and then I decided I didn't really like SUNY Plattsburgh, and I spent about a year in New Orleans. Loved New Orleans, was gonna stay there, and then the sickness happened and I had to move out of New Orleans. But at that time, my parents moved from New York City down to Jacksonville, Florida. This was a plan that they had like before I graduated. They just wanted me to graduate high school and then they were gonna move. And so that was that. So I then moved to Jacksonville, Florida, spent about 3 years there. And then I moved again to where I am now, which is Virginia. I've been here for about 3 years now. And I kind of like it, kind of don't. I kind of miss the city life. I kind of don't. It's like a in between. I don't really know if I miss it or if I just miss the culture and just like the busyness of like New York City. I think it's definitely different down here and it's hard to adjust to it. So I do miss home sometimes. My number one hobbies right now is actually not much, okay? I love to read books. I love book talk. I love like any dark romance books. My books are usually not for young people to read. Currently I'm rereading some books. Right now I'm rereading ACOTAR because that is kind of one of my favorite and the start of my obsession with dark romance. Another thing that I do is watch a lot of YouTube. I love watching YouTubers. My favorite YouTuber right now is Charlotte Dobre, and then I also think I really like Mia Maples. There are some other YouTubers that I really like Naomi John. Those are like my comfort YouTubers. I don't know why. Other than that, I barely have any other hobbies, and that's why I'm trying to get into content creating so that I can pick this up as a hobby. I've been trying to do content creating for I don't know, maybe like 3 years, and why I'm picking it up again and being more consistent with it again is because I just graduated with my master's degree. So I have more time on my hands, and also I feel like I'm in a better mental space than I was 3 years ago. What is one of my favorite movies? One of my favorite movies is actually, this might sound like nerdy, but it will have to be like one of the Captain America movies, probably like Captain America, like the Winter Soldier. You know, you know why. There are other movies that I really like, I don't know, like Twilight series. That is like my favorite movies since I was younger. Transformers too. Any type of sci-fi movies like that I really like. So things like that are definitely my favorite. Marvel, like the whole universe, Marvel universe, like I love all those movies. So yeah. My favorite TV show right now is The Last of Us. And I didn't think I would like The Last of Us, but I really started liking it this season, and I think it's just because it has like a relationship in it. What can I say, right? Like, I love romance. Am I a morning or a night owl? The answer to this question is that I'm a morning person. I wake up at 7 a.m., okay? On my own. I don't have to try to wake up at 7 a.m. My body will wake me up at 7 a.m. I try and sleep in sometimes, can't even do that. By the evening, afternoon time, that is when my energy is at the lowest. However, at like 12 a.m., I pick up my energy again. It's weird, I don't know. What am I most proud of? Right now, I'm most proud of my master's degree. The reason why I'm most proud of my master's degree is because I worked for 2 years, full-time. I actually, at one point, I had 2 jobs, and they're both part-time, but together they were full-time. And then I got a full-time job for just one company, and I continued to go to school full-time for my master's degree, face-to-face, not online, and I finished. With that being said, I should be proud of myself for doing that, and so I am. Okay, I have a degree right there. That's one of my degrees, and my master's degree is probably gonna go right on top of that. What are my goals right now? The answer to that question is pretty simple because I've been talking about it a lot through this video. It's to make content right now, but I also have another goal, which is to become more healthier. One of the reasons why I want to become more healthier is because I am at the heaviest that I've ever been. I am 255 pounds right now, and I just need to lose some weight. I am pushing myself harder in the gym. I'm in a gym class in the morning, also on a calorie deficit. So my goals are a lot right now. And I think I'm just gonna focus on those 2 right now because I can't focus on anything else. And then I'm probably just gonna talk about this part because it's pretty simple, and I think you guys know, yes, I am in a relationship. Been in my relationship for about 4 years, on and off sometimes. I think a lot of people think that when you're this age, you're kind of like still figuring yourself out. And I think there's definitely those moments in our relationship where I was figuring myself out and he was figuring himself out. And we just needed some time apart to figure out if we could be together. And I want to tell people that that is a healthy decision to make. Sometimes you just need to step away and give it a break. Give it a break, and if it's true, it will come back. And my last question of the day is, where do you want to go to travel? And the question to that And the answer to that question is that I would like to go to like a foreign country. I don't even know. I don't think I want to go to Europe, but I definitely want to go to like maybe like Australia or I don't even know. The thing is that I think about my skin color and whether or not people are gonna like the way that I look, you know, because I would love to go up into like Iceland or Norway, but I don't know if people look like that, look like me up there, and whether or not I'm gonna be stared at. Because I know in like Japan or China, I would definitely be looked at, right? Like I look interesting. So I don't know, but definitely a foreign country. I'm thinking soon that I would like to go to the Bahamas. Oh my God. That is a basic vacation, but I've never really gone on many vacations in my life. So I definitely want to go on some more. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.